I just wanted to make a real quick video to address my brand new best friend. His name is Isayoe. He says, I admitted that the Ein of the Kabbalah came first, but I also denied it being fundamental superior or anything more than the Ein Sof. So what he's saying here is that he disagrees that the Ein, which is the void, which was first, which the Ein Sof came from, is no more or less superior than the Ein Sof. We had a disagreement on that because the scripture of the Kabbalah says that is not the case, but he doesn't seem to agree with that. He seems to think that the Zohar actually says that the Ein Sof is just as significant as the Ein, which is not true. So what I'm going to do here is clip this video of a guy on YouTube named Occultist Lux, who really lays this down so great, and it's only maybe a minute or two long that I'm going to clip here, but he's reading out of A Practical Guide to Cabalistic Symbolism by Gareth Knight. Who is Gareth Knight? He is one of the most prolific Kabbalistic authors, and he's also an occultist. And if you know anything about Grant Morrison, he is also an occultist too. And all of the references from Superman Beyond are almost line for line taken from this author's work in A Practical Guide to Kabbalistic Symbolism. I'm just going to let him clip it, and I'm just going to let it go, and I'm not going to say anything, and I'm going to flash all of the relevant scans from the comics over this commentary. Okay, here we go.
So the unmanifest is the beginning and the end of all things. It is a concept that's hard to explain because it's beyond what our rational minds can understand. And as I go through this chapter, you will see there's going to be a little bit of mindfuck, a little bit of issue understanding what the author is saying and what I'm saying, but do your best to try to imagine this as we go. So it's like the thing when Zen Buddhists talk about the sound of one hand clapping. It's hard to imagine and breaks our normal way of thinking. So in the first chapter of the Cosmic Doctrine, a book about the universe received through mediumship, the unmanifest is described as pure existence. It's the source of everything, the only true reality, the only stable substance. We can only say that the unmanifest it's a state of pure being without any qualities or past or history. Although it is not manifest, it is the source from which all arises. It is the only reality. It alone is substance. It alone is stable. All else is an appearance and a becoming. Of this unmanifest, we can say it is the verb to be turned back upon itself. It is a state of pure being. It is beyond what we know, that we can't even describe. It is anything that we already understand. If we know something, it must be in the manifestation, because that's not unmanifest. The unmanifest, like a void or emptiness, it's like a void or emptiness, but also a boundless potential that hasn't taken any specific form yet. It's kind of like interstellar space, but that's just a metaphor to help us visualize it. The process of first manifestation is described as space beginning to move in a ring, and I took this image straight from the book, by the way. So So space begins to move in a ring like nothingness is moving. This movement creates another ring at the right angle to the first, and the interaction of these two forces cause the first ring to rotate on an axis where they meet. This creates the third spherical ring, kind of like a gyroscope. The central ring, spinning in two directions, eventually forms a center. The first ring, which